access to beautiful homes and expensive golfing. But not unlike the homes down here, they're very expensive too. But the sign of wealth downtown in Charleston is the amount of ironwork on a property. It's always been a status thing. And while we get closer to the Battery, we're going to see homes get more expensive. You're going to see more of this ironwork. But there's homes all throughout the city that host this ironwork on their property. And I'm going to show you one up here as we get to the stop sign. Kitty corner on the left. This is the Gilliard Bennett House. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. Look at the ironwork on this house and the size of the property in the home. Single family home. This is what it looked like to be a rice plantation owner in the 1800s, the Gilliards. I'm going to let this car come through so I get my street. And I told you about homes having a red door on them. You notice a lot of these homes don't have red doors on them, but I can assure you that I would say over 90% of the homes in the city are generational homes. They've been passed down. Their mortgages were paid off years ago. They've never gone up for sale. We don't know what the value of them is until they go up for sale. So keep that in mind. Look at this beautiful home. I think that's a pool back there because there's looks like a pool house, but I'm afraid to climb that fence. I think I might get in trouble. Isn't that? The neighbors next door, I'm very impressed with them. They built a Charleston garden and they leave their gates open every day for passersby to peek in to see what they did with their yard. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Yeah. And there are a lot of those gardens around the city, but you don't see them. They're tucked away. So that was very generous of them to do that. Another wealthy rice plantation owner who lived in this neighborhood, we don't go by his house, his name was Jonathan Lucas. And Jonathan Lucas realized after the slaves were freed, he needed help tending to his rice plantations. And so he set out to automate that system, that process. It took him about 3 tries, but he came up with a process where he could pull 20 600-pound barrels of rice out of the field in just one time. Think about it, that's a lot of rice, and that meant a lot of money. This Victorian house on the right, I'm hoping they're going to restore it soon. They did tear down a lot of the weeds. You think that looks bad, you should have seen it about 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm assuming they're working with the city to get all the permits. But what a beautiful Victorian house. It's just in really bad shape. Needs some love. Does anyone watch Southern Charm? Reality show?
Craig.
You do?
Craig does. He's a big fan.
Oh, you know who Craig is?
He does. And his name is Craig.
Oh, his name. But he knows who Craig is on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Is Craig on board? Yeah, okay. So quiet back there. This is Patricia's house here, kitty corner on the left. For those of you that haven't watched Southern Charm, it's about a bunch of wealthy people that were born with silver spoons in their mouth, and they have dinner parties here. They travel together. They gossip about each other, and they buy stuff. It's really compelling. It's really good. You should watch it.
It is.
I've watched every episode of 11 seasons. I have a problem. I get it. They're filming season 12 now too, so I'm so excited. But this is called the Isaac Jenkins Michael House. Isaac Jenkins Michael in the 1800s had this house built for his third wife as a wedding gift. And we don't know what the first 2 got, but she made out like a bandit. Patricia, she's the elderly woman in this, the matriarch in this program. She's the peacemaker of them all. She lives in here with one other person, her butler. That huge house. After Isaac Jenkins Michael and his wife passed away, the city acquired the property and they turned it into a public library. And then in 2008, Patricia bought this property for $4.8 million. There's a pool back there, guys. Her adult son, Whitney, lives in the carriage house, that brick carriage house in the back. Yeah, I'm hooked. It's one of those shows you ask yourself every time, why am I watching this? And then one day, about 3 years ago, my son walked into the living room and said, Mom, why are you watching that? And I said, go away. Makes you realize your life ain't too bad after all, you know, because it's so much drama. Money does not buy you happiness, does it? No. It helps. All right, let's make sure we're clear here. I'm going to show you a house now. It's not a house anymore. It's called the Wentworth Mansion. It is a boutique hotel with about 21 exclusive rooms in it. It was built for Francis Silas Rogers and his family, his wife and 13 kids in 1886. The Wentworth Mansion. I hope we will get the light here. Look at this Looks like a haunted mansion, doesn't it? But I guess he felt like he needed a house that big for 13 kids. Isn't that crazy? Francis Silas Rogers was a wealthy cotton broker and a banker back in the 1800s. Guess how much money it cost him to build that in 1886? Any guesses? I have no idea.
200,000.
What's that?
200,000.
That's exactly right. Did you look it up?
No.
Do you know what that's equivalent to today?
Probably like $10 million.
Close, $7 million. In 1997, they turned it into this boutique hotel. There's a wonderful restaurant in there called Circa 1886. Take out your checkbook. I looked it up the other day. The rooms start bottom end at $600 a night. That's pretty cheap, I think, for that place. But you want a special night out, yeah.
Yuri?
That's crazy. What's that?
Yuri's gonna stay there. Next visit.
I'd love to see the inside of one of those rooms. I'm sure they're beautiful.
Remind me to stay there.
I will, I'll remind you. Now, we changed our route recently slightly. That happens sometimes due to different reasons. But we used to pass by a restaurant